Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to have you join me on this transformative journey. You see, every day we dive into a powerful conversation about self-discovery, healing, and empowerment. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery, where we believe that loving yourself is the first step to living a fulfilling life. You can expect insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories. Plus, we'll occasionally welcome special guests who will share their unique perspectives on self-love and personal growth. So get comfy, grab your favorite beverage, and let's embark on this journey together. Because it's time to embrace the beautiful person that you are. So let's elevate our lives one episode at a time. Now let's get started. All right, my beautiful people, well, welcome to Freedom Friday here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and what a powerful month of transformation awareness it has been. From setting intentions to witnessing divine timing in real life, this month of new beginnings has shown us exactly what possible when we stay open to growth. But before we celebrate this journey, let's take a quick break, all right? It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more. We're bridging the gap between them all, and we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by me and Dr. Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to xnyomi.com and tell them Nyomi sent you. All right, my beautiful people. Well, let's center ourselves one last time this month. All right? All right, so let's take that first conscious breath together with me. Inhale deeply through your nose. Now release gently through your mouth. Now with each breath, I want you to feel yourself embracing all that you have learned, all that you have become, all that you are becoming. Take another deep breath in. I want you to feel the light that's all around you. I want you to feel the rebirth of your spirit, the rebirth of your energy, and going into new beginnings. Now when you are ready, open your eyes. All right, my beautiful people, if you are new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, it's something that we do every day, Monday through Friday, just to help ground ourselves real quick before we get into the topic at hand. Again, today is Freedom Friday, and we're just doing a quick little rehash on the amazing things that we learned in January for our new beginnings. This is all about the year of the rebirth this year, and we just kicked off this month with new beginnings. And like I had mentioned before, I had everything all planned out, outlined, ready to go. But God showed up and showed out for me this month in such a big way. So family, let me take you through this sacred month of beginnings, right? So we're going to start at week 1. We started setting intentions and understanding our DVD principles. Remember I spoke about taking some notes from Bob Proctor's book, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life, and how we were going to use this as part of our foundation for all of this year. And the funny thing is that I figured, well, let me use with different topics and different things, and not knowing that God was truly going to use me as an example. So we started with our intentions and understanding our DVD principles, right? Making conscious decisions, creating clear visualizations, and practicing loving discipline, right? And we talked about synchronicity and how all that goes into work. But with the DVD principles, I was able to use those in real time. I was able to use them in real time with week 1. So now let's go to week 2, where we start to explore the pattern recognition and divine timing, understanding messages, trusting the process, and seeing the synchronicity. Remember the life-altering situations. Remember Brian Height that came just hours before, and I needed that message that came from him. But not only that, but it was able for us to form another framework, what we call the message matrix framework. And then we go into week 3, when we dove into authenticity and transformation, where we talked about breaking through limitations, as well as owning our stories and embracing all parts of our journey. When I say this month has been an amazing month for me, it truly showed up and showed out. There were many times that I was just on this and was in tears of excitement and just so full, because I had to use the DVD principles with making a decision to pull my daughter out of school, understanding what that looks like for us, and discipline, doing the actions. Now we going on week 3 of it, and she's a straight A student right now. She's able to, pay attention. She's able to, she loves what she does now. But also in everything that was happening in my life during this month, it had me looking so aware of, okay, hold on, what's the message? But it all started off where? In my morning practices. Doing a check-in with my body when I wake up in the morning. After my morning prayer. How is your body? How does my body feel? How would I feel today? Setting my intentions before I go to my altar in my meditation and prayer room. As I sit there, I ask for protection. I ask for guidance. And in me praying and asking for guidance, I'm open for all of these messages. Just even in the guests that I've been interviewing the past few weeks, not only for this month, but the next coming months coming ahead, that they all came to me in divine timing when I needed them the most, unbeknownst to me. But all of this came with me being open. Then we can go back to October and November of last year, because when I committed to changing my paradigm, because I wanted to change my life, because I felt stuck. I felt like there was a ceiling on my success. And now I'm not talking about success and money-wise. I'm talking about success and growth in my life. And since that day, everything has been just aligned. Just crazy synchronicity just happening. And it's been such an amazing journey. Even for me to go back in week 3, go back into part of my old stomping grounds, and that was to AVN convention. For years, I believed that I was no longer supposed to be in that space. But I was able to go back into that space as a very healed woman. A woman that is so full and is worthy of all of this. Now I see me. Now I see how God is working through me, but also how he can work through all of us. But also what I learned is about embracing all parts of my journey where it all just made sense. So what I talked about yesterday about what lights me up, and I share with you, is that when I'm on here on this podcast and I'm talking with you all every day and I'm doing this lights me up. It does. I remember when I took that 2-month break last year, I was missing this. And now that I'm back, I love it. And let's talk about week 4, when we witness divine orchestration. Again, from the convention revelations to powerful conversations, understanding our unique purpose and seeing how everything aligns. Seeing how everything aligns. I want to touch on how we use our message matrix one more time. Just one more time. Because it's funny, because I had this conversation with my sister yesterday. And I was talking with her, and she was telling me something. And I said, sis, there's a deeper message in this. And she like, no, I know, sis, I know. I said, no, baby, there's a deeper message in this. And I went to tell her, I said, I'm going to share the message matrix with you. And I started to tell her what it was. And she came back in Texas. She was like, oh my God, you are so right, sis. You are so right. I said, yes. I said, remember, you and I, we did that 60 days together. And I said, and we got to tap each other on the shoulder, and we just got to remind each other that through these messages, through these dreams that we have to pay attention. But not only do we have to pay attention to what is being shown to us, but we have to apply it in our lives. We have to apply it in our lives. I had learned something this past week from a guest that will be coming on in the next week or so. And we were talking about health. We've both been talking about self-compassion, but we were talking about health. And I'm going to share just a little bit with you now. So today, I will be going to get the results from my MRI. And this beautiful young lady, we talked about honoring your body. And the way that we talked about it was different than how we talked about it in previous conversations here on the Season of Self-Love. She went in depth on how we truly should honor in our bodies. When we talk about being of one with our bodies, she truly set the tone for me, and it came exactly at the right time that I needed. Because now I had to sit at my altar and I had to pray and ask for guidance. So when I walk into my neurologist's office, it's just now I have an outline, a blueprint on what's the next thing that I'm going to do. But you know how in January that I started off my first 9 days of this year with fasting, I had committed to doing that every month. The first week of each month that I was going to do a fast and a cleanse. And that is what I'm starting to do tomorrow. It will be the same thing. But also what I have implemented into this too is to truly get to know this body now. Not my body when I was 15, not my body when I was 20, not even 30 or 40, but who my body is now. But also as I get to know this body now, I also ask my body for forgiveness and ask my body to come back to me. And I'm saying this now because tomorrow, even though it's the weekend, it's the beginning of a new month. It's the month of self-compassion. It's cultivating it. It's understanding and having compassion for yourself. So within that, it's about me becoming a oneness of myself. And that includes what I put in my body. You know how earlier this month we talked about our DVD principles, about making a decision, about understanding the visualization, and about the discipline. But I also have to go back into what Mr. Bob Proctor talked about, is having the desire and the want and the need to want change in your life. And I'm going to go again and speak about another amazing guest that I have that won't be coming up for another 2 months. Actually, it was the same day that I talked to the one lady. And she talked about letting go and how she was able to let go an addiction. That she remembered that she had decided several different times to make a decision to quit. But she had to go to her heart and want and desire for a change, the desire to quit. And so for me, it's like, you want to be here longer. You want to be here longer to see all of this that you are doing, all of this blossom, become this amazing thing that is going to move this earth in ways that you can never imagine. That you see as a little girl when you said, I want to change the world, that you're going to see that. But you have to get your health right. And so again, I was seeing in real time how the guidance and the message for me was coming through when I needed it the most. So let me go back to the message matrix. So, and what January gave us is it gave us new tools for transformation. That's a fact. It gave us a deeper understanding of what purpose is. And also it's a recognition of divine timing. That's in my column 1. And in our column 2, this is for all of us. How we've changed. More trust in the process. A clear vision of our path. And a deeper self-acceptance. And then column 3 is our path forward. An integration over separation. A purpose through authenticity. And a service through transformation. So my beautiful people, as we move forward into February theme of self-compassion, we carry with us the power of personal mantras that Dr. Will so amazingly guided us through this past Monday. But also when we talk about understanding the divine timing and tools for authentic presence and the recognition of our light. So our new beginnings, it is not ending. They're evolving into something deeper, a deeper self-love and compassion. So family, before we close this powerful month, I want you to pull out your Year of Rebirth workbook, and I want you to take a moment to reflect. What new beginnings have you embraced this month? And now, where have you seen divine timing for you? And 3, how has your understanding of transformation evolved? My beautiful people, next week we begin our journey into self-compassion. But for now, let's celebrate on how far you've come. So until Monday, keep loving yourself fiercely. And remember that every ending is just another beginning in disguise. So have an amazing, amazing weekend, all right? Have a good one. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and empowerment here at the Season of Self-Love podcast. Remember, embracing self-love is a continuous journey, and we're so glad to have you with us. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave us a review. And don't forget to join our community on Facebook at Season of Self-Love. Connect with like-minded individuals who are also on their self-love journey. Now, if you have any questions or topics that you'd like for us to explore, we love to hear from you. Email us at seasonofselflove@gmail.com and let your voice be heard. So until next time, take a moment for yourself today and remember, you are worthy of love, joy, and all the beautiful things that life has to offer.